Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Night Shift 2 is ready to go for a rerun in today's live summit event in the Crew 2. 6 events will go for the nighttime, and 3 skills will be having on the Speed Trap, Salam, and Low Altitude will take the Encore with no changes as well. Ever since I come here to be uploaded for the previous video back from June 22nd, 2022 that bears out to have this Steam Summon is now being ready up and go for the second time for myself in the segment. And plus, the Kato O edition on the Nissan 300CX is now being available as a forced vehicle in order to get this one for free to be set and prior to have an import collection to the Crew Motorfest. So right now, it's about to be ready up and grab some few other requirement vehicles to have the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 followed by the Nissan 370C Type C34 Drip Edition, and the Lamborghini Diablo GT will take on the combo event in Miami Racetrack. But it's gonna have to take place on the urban city rather than on a racetrack. But same as ever, so I have to go again and make it for having a first ever rerun in Night Shift 2 as a sequel. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summit event. Let's begin. First place and claim on the platinum in Cities Championship to go for the update is now being stationed on 3,060th place in 1,211,411 points. Already acquired to have a Red Bull RB13 is now being adding up to go for a double payday and plus 2 bundles on the Fame Magnet for the Alpha Grand Prix and Score Breaker for the Air Race Discipline. More followers, and that's it for now because another Japanese Steam Summon after Japan Bits is now being scheduled from June 12 through the 19th is now being quite good to be available after Kaboom. Hashiria is now being set by the date schedule. We'll have to keep a good watchful eye out to go for another rerun. So you know what to do, folks. Choose 1 event on 3 skills and 6 events will be selected. So up to New York and have the first skill on Speed Trap will be located at Midtown. Dragster only, better make sure to have a good clear straightaway as I'm about to have a Aston Martin Vulcan 2016 to go for a staging point with a brand new UDRS Insportec livery for a different variation as you already saw from the sneak peek preview. Just have to go right over here to have that spot. Okay, good for the U-turn. Fast Favorite is now at the ready to go, but the C7 Corvette Stingray is now going cleared and make a good mark. Got to go quick warm up first, then just have to make a good clear acceleration. Just have to let the taxi to go slow down first. Mark and oncoming, incoming. That's 379.4 miles per hour. That should be doing well, and daytime will take a lot of decent practice before the nighttime will go by the arrival. 1 skill check, 120,371 points has now been entered by having a good usual moment. Next up, Salam will take on in Manhattan. Better make sure to grab some available roll car or racing car type is now being selected by the pick. But you know what to do because any discipline will always have to go for a little bit taste of an aggro as I'm about to go for the pickup truck. So just have to go and have the selection on vehicles, go by Ford, or any style to go by SUV or utility. But I'm always had to go by street racing to have a good selection pick to have the Ford F-150 Raptor 2010. 1 UDRS Insportec and Score Breaker is coming up and make some few other objects are about to get hit and taken down to see how it goes. But different precision might have to go preferred with this one. Okay, here goes. Salam around the gates and make it go aggro. Heads up. Just have to go clear by checkpoint route. Oof. Talk about having a daring rush and make it more toughen up. There we go. That's 19,321 points. 2 skills on New York, and that means going low altitude, we'll be heading up to the Midwest at Chicago for having a very skill of aerobatics or air race discipline. 155,723 points is check and clear. Time to go Chicago and do the final stage of the skill until the night race will begin. Hope I'm ready because the Kaido O edition or other 5 events might have to be settled in and just have to grab some Nitro Chemists except one of them to go on the 4th vehicle. Pilotus PC-21 set and ready for takeoff. Okay, multiplier up. Just have to go same by the pattern and make it much more times the multiplier. Okay, gonna have to go over the bridge, set sail, and keep it well straight up. Try not to get contact by the water, that will be slowed down. Look ahead, and come on. Well, maybe that should be it for now, and that could be a little bit more sloppy. I just need to keep it more practice on low altitude position. Well, brought on the pretzel stick, that makes it 154,896 points in very exactly to see what's left of it. Just next time to be on a reminder, always have to choose by different precision or go inverted. Now then, let's begin and do some shuffle by pick to have some very good selected events on street racing, drag, and drift discipline. Plus, combo event as well for the Diablo GT is now being ready up and get set to go for having a nighttime on to the AGP race event. Miami Beach, here I come, and that will be a very good time to go for a summer season earlier by the expected. Since last time, that just barely almost had a very good moment to be part as a follow-up catch-up, but few changes and adding up with some Nitro Chemists to go double by the boost with some pure and frantic or any other kinds of affixes might have to go extra acceleration and refill for the Nitro. But differences by the original 1999 Lamborghini Diablo GT will be made it and converted as a GT1 race car. Per level to go station by 280 and 848 horsepower by the brake and top speed 227 miles per hour will be ready up, get set, and feel the nostalgic of retro racing and make it much more not time to go action.
3, 2,
Let's get ready for 1 street race versus 7 Alpha Grand Prix race car to be ready up and go hard in first place to look ahead. First turn on the right before approaches on the checkpoint before coming up on turn number 2. All that tuning work is very helpful and make it much recommendable to go mastered and embrace it for the role of a GT1 race car on the Diablo GT. Clean racing is very important because one combo event by facing up with some Alpha Grand Prix race car will go for a same encore challenge. Checkpoint clear. Progression will be coming up before 10% will be marked until the next turn on the left. Alright, that's a good clean turn. Kick it up in the high gear. 7.5 seconds to go mark. And make it well embrace it to have a nitro to go boosted all out. While I will have to achieve that first ever position on the podium to go rack up on 100,000 points, we will be doing more excellent rather than the first one that just come here as the original. But this race will always have to make a piece of cake. But the traction does bit more helpful and very important. Okay, now I'm at 22%. Checkpoint clear and choose any position whenever you like. I'll have to take the right side and just have to go crossing through like you're about to take that bus stop chicane. Okay, that's 18 seconds behind from the AGP race cars. Almost there before finishing the first lap. Got to climb it up and go back onto the first turn, and the checkpoint will go resume. Okay, there we go. Found a good line and just pushing up by the commit. 20.3 seconds. Very good. Now gonna have to stop at 40% progression, doing well, and keep up the good pace and stay on the top speed range. Okay, that was a very good outside turn cornering. Okay, there goes one object, took the contact. Handling has to keep a hold of it. Almost to be in the halfway mark in lap number 2. 50%. .8 seconds. I still got this and just had to keep it well short and through. It's about to go for having a nice nighttime racing, and the Diablo will always have to keep it stronger in first place before the final lap is about to go kick it up a notch. Just follow the line and just have to keep some sideways around. It's gonna be almost 4 minutes. 10 seconds left. Final lap. Here I come and make it over a minute. Alright, go for the short straightaway, longer it takes. Okay, good clear acceleration to go sliding around and technique on the corners. Okay, time to go for another braking position right here, and very average good. But very nice for having a yellow speed vortex smoke. Very retrospective to go on the rare. Okay, fifth gear coming back in. 38.6 seconds is now doing much possible to go surprising and more impressive run effort. And that makes it 40 seconds, just what I need. Okay, it's gonna be 5 minutes past, almost there. This will have to take 10% to go remaining around in the progression. Just have to keep up the good run and just have to stay around to have the very good settlement of the racing line. Okay, 45.3 seconds. I can hardly wait and go straight to the finish line. Hope I can make it and find out to see the outcome result in 5 minutes, 46.229 seconds, if it's going to be reaching up by over 100,000 points. But there it is, added by 7,172 points, is good to go for only one first night shift event. That's 1 down, 5 to go, and I am on the road to go climbing up into the platinum. Is now being earlier to be expected by the goal. Next up, in race number 2 at nighttime, Motorflix, the agency, will take on Dallas Rush as an encore for having no restriction only for the street race discipline. Second car I'm about to go with is the 2017 Jaguar F-Type SBR Coupe Professional Edition is now being ready up on the set. 760 brake horsepower, top speed, 226 miles per hour in a per level of 280. But spy cars will always have to go action and make it one scene of the segment to go focusing up and rack up the good 100,000 points to have a one unique exclusive version. So let's go, and time's running out to go crack up the points. Alright, just have to keep the good handling respawn at the get-go. First area checkpoint clear. Now just have to go around by having one good row of bloopers and outtakes. We'll have to do this by having it out of context. Got to keep going and spark up the nitro. Okay, good drift. Now just have to keep pushing up more. Points crate is very much more important. So I had to go improvise and strategize to keep a good watchful eye on the clock. Over 3 minutes left. Just have to go moving on to the next checkpoint and area. Oof. 1600 drift points. Just have to keep some good, decent run and jumps. Clear that path. New misses will go rolling in. Okay, still got this to become as a stunt driver and do one British sports car to do a spy. Heads up! Airborne coming in. Make that drop and proceed to the next checkpoint area. Okay, now, next target objective, just have to go and make it to be reaching up in 90,000 points. Okay, good clear position, what's left of it. Clear that path. That's 36,000 points. Just watch a good eye on the clock. Okay, very good. On the road. Ooh. Cue that dynamic explosion. Okay, still got this. How many minutes left? Over a minute left. Just have to keep going and keep up the good pressuring points. Time's running out. This will have to take that last area checkpoint until it'll have to be reached down towards 0. Okay, simple and make it last jump. And earlier by the clock, and grand finale will make it a good stunt of performance. That's 62,050 points. Only one event, we'll have to keep pushing up with some more effort until you have to be set and good to go. That's 121,729 points. Now that's what I call make it an average objective to go mission accomplished for race number 2 on Night Shift 2. So very good to have the second street race event, but the next one will go for the third part of the vehicle by using the Nissan Skyline GTR R34. We'll have to go for the main part of the track and location in Harlem West. Located in Bronx, as you've already done this before, and just have to choose on different approaches to have your strategy to go for only one street race event for having one vehicle exclusive by having a main part of the restriction event. But I still have my UDRS in Protect Livery for the same Skyline GTR R34 2002 model. We'll go Embrace It, Street Racing, and per level to go match on 280 in 668 brake horsepower and top speed, 226 miles per hour. Well, this will be doing a 2-lap challenge, take place in nighttime. So this will be a piece of cake to go shortcut, plus 1 jump will make it more straight and clear for the platform before achieve to do it as well. So I had to get ready and pull out the nitro to go aim at the first position until you have to go for the right turn. So I got it in the lead and go shortcut before approaches right over here. But keep it careful, aim towards on the main position to find a good line will be doing helpful. So I had to go modest aggressive and keep it passive. Okay, checkpoint clear. Here comes the jump. Just have to be patient after this turn right here. There we go. Right at the touchdown and keep it moving. Going around by Harlem and Bronx, we'll have to take 2 laps. We'll make it piece of cake. So progression will stop by 50%. Final lap. This will be shorter, will be over as well. Okay, same pattern. Just have to keep it straight. Try not to avoid the gate of the checkpoint. But contact will have to be well preferred to have my strategize to keep it well patient on the lineup. Okay, here comes another jump. No need to have a different opposite direction. Wow, talk about having a daring extreme to go longer and further. Finish line's up ahead. There we go. Over 2 minutes and added by 1.769 seconds when you're in first place. Our staff are doing one good extreme street racing for only one of the 3 restriction exclusive is now being on the top of the line. So that's how you should probably have to go clean, faster, and make it much more advantage to go quicker to be on the main elevation course on different direction. So the third one is checked by receiving 115,782 points. For part of the street race vehicle will go forced temporarily by using the Nissan 300CX Kato O edition. We'll be going back around to have a best time in the Financial District South for only a forced vehicle only. But we got it before since we just come here for the original, and yet a double bonus we'll have to go receive and set by the import collection to the Crew Motorfest if you guys really want to go hard and make your way onto the top tier of the Platinum whenever it takes. So same as ever to be on the default per level on 194 and 279 brake horsepower and top speed average, 155 miles per hour for the Kato O edition to the Nissan 300CS Type C32 1994. Still very unique and yet comparison to the original to have the same car as the American model, just like the Fairlady C. It's about to go encore by having a midnight club street racing at the Big Apple for the 4th street race event and finish into the top 3 position by using the 300CX Kato O edition to get there by having a shortcut by crossing through the buildings and other advantage to go around. But first things first, the top 3 cars is now coming around to be shown with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, Maserati Gran Turismo S, and Teal on the 2015 Nissan GTR as well. This part of the session to go full straight and keep it more faster till you have to get there onto the next turn by the left, and the same one goes well. Okay, the Maserati Gran Turismo S is on the first Got to be patient and going up or having a shortcut by crossing through the buildings. There we go. Second jump. And third one before the last will go on the ground. Okay, full capacity and go side by side. I just really had to stay focusing to get there. We're having a stopping progression at 28%. Got to keep going. The shortcut will have to go right here. Okay, gonna have to kick it up into high gear. Smashing around objects will have to go around by main shortcut when staying in the first position by 2.2 seconds during the first lap. Stopping at 43% progression. All done, clear, and keep moving. This part of the path will go quicker and more faster. Halfway there has arrived, and final lap in number 2. So I had to hold down the line and just had to keep a good, excellent defense gap by around in 5 seconds for the decimal of 0.2. Now at 6.3 seconds. Got to keep going, then drop the hammer to go by full capacity with using the nitro. We'll have to be patient in a short time. A bit more obvious and concentration as you already learned so far. Time to go jump on the buildings again. Make it extreme and go full nighttime. Okay, 75% progression is clear. After the fourth race is over, there's gonna have to take a penultimate on drift and drag discipline to go by choices of pick. But I'll have to go by preferred to be either on drift or drag discipline to go switching around by opposite. You know how it is because every encore for every team summon will never yet to be changed remain. Okay, checkpoint clear. Have that turn position right here. Update in 9.3 seconds. So I had to win this race so far because we already got the Kato edition, and others who don't have it will be set by vehicle import collection to the Crew Motor Fest, or just have to be purchased available when you're at Hawaii. So let's go, go, go. Make it a finish line to go clear by the podium. That's 4 minutes, 5.64 seconds is clear. Let's see the results, and so far so close to be putting up as a follow-up catch-up. But I'll have to go again, but this will have to take a tough effort by under 4 minutes since I just got to do it for only original time. So that's the 4th street race event is clear. Now time to go on drag race or drift discipline for a penultimate on race number 5. So I just really have to come to think of it because drifting and drag race might have to go easy and a piece of cake. But the Nissan 370Z Type C34 at Airport Terminal D is very much more indeed to go for only one drift event. But drag race event by having no restriction only will have to take 3 runs, will make it short and make it quick. But for my decision, time to go tweak and shout at Las Vegas for having a penultimate on drag race for event number 5. So I just got checked and grabbed the 7th generation Corvette Stingray to be ready up and go for 3 runs. We'll have to do a piece of cake by the usual way. But I really hope having a very good best time to go choices of pick after 4 street race event is now being checked and clear. But don't worry folks, just have one short race won't hurt a bit because
3,
clear acceleration will have to take a
2,
good proper warm-up and
1.
nighttime to go for a best shift. So let's go and beat the main time in 15.1 seconds. Got to hold the gauge and mark on the green zone. Ready up and go on the 0 by the perfect burn. Okay, there you go. 4 times perfect. Stop at gear number 5. And there you go. Under 10 seconds, and that makes it 9.484 seconds is a gear shift perfect. Top speed 389 miles per hour on the first run. Now let's go for run number 2. Better make sure if I had to do the same pattern and go for a perfect advantage on the nitro gauge. Just wait for it and stay on the green. Okay, that's a good start. That's 3 times perfect, 1 time good. Make it a good clear straight and stop around to have an outcome result. Let's see, is 386 miles per hour, 9.779 seconds. Good gear shift, but one more run we'll have to do it harder and be quick about it because perfection will make it a key. Okay, there you go. Just hold that position right here. Step on the gas on the green lights. Okay, average start will have to go all the way. Then I'll have to make it improvise. That should be good enough to have the last run and see the outcome result. Perfect gear shift and almost good enough. So that's 9.483 seconds from the first run, and there you go, folks. Piece of cake and not so hard, isn't it? But of course, because every single drag race will comes in and have 116,701 points that I just received before moving on to take the final stage in Night Shift 2 for the Drift Discipline. Hope I'm ready because Miami Airport in Terminal D, up I go for the Nissan 370Z Type C34. This will be it for now because this will have to go expression and drift around to go chain up the good clean line. I hope everybody's favorite event is going to be a much more thrill of perfection to have their own favorite car and custom parts with some different set of amenities and livery variation led by themselves. Every one car will always have to turn out to go basic and advanced by custom exterior parts for the Nissan 370Z Type C34 Drift Edition 2013. Here's mine right over here to have a different set of a Japanese theme variation, and plus still yet remain to have some JDM imported vanities is now being equipped and good to go. By adding up with a red nitro and red window tint is now being proud in red and transparent to be color shipped in red and white. Hope I'm ready because nighttime will go embrace it to chain drift and tear up some tires to come around to go for a nighttime of entertainment.
1.
Let's do this to go drifting underway. But it's about to get a little bit darker, so I just really need to see it and make it a good clear path. But the arrows will have to find a good line to come around and have some fewer light spots to go see it. Okay, the GPS is gonna have to help me out, so I just need to do my best and try not to do any contact by the barrier. Chain up the combo is very more important during nighttime. Alright, that's a good ace on the drift. Imported smoke trail will have to keep a good line up sight. This will be doing more advanced difficult like one drag race event. But good thing I just choose the right thing to have an easy way and make the drift event to go harder. Okay, there you go. Just have to take that next turn to go clear and proceed around onto the right corner by the hangar. Okay, just have to keep it a little bit ace on the drip hole. First lap clear. Now make it halfway through on lap number 2. 30 seconds left. Okay, good near misses on the barrier. Alright, that should do one good tricky skill. Got to keep it up and make it 10 seconds longer. Shorter it gets, the longer of the event will have to chain up the combo to be surpassing by over 500,000 points. So there we go. Yeah. How's that for having a nighttime drifting to be surviving for only one event? Skillful and succeeded to have a possible way to go by 154,418 points and 569,000 added with 6 points. Good job and successful for the rerun in Night Shift 2. Just like the original, and just have to go again for having this part of the segment video in rank 1612 place is now being held on the platinum. But we already got the Caldwell edition on the Nissan 300CX is now being added, owned, and being set by the import collection to the Crew Motorfest if other players who really needs it to get this vehicle for free until at the end of this week. The duration is still yet to be coming around by the start of May 22nd and ends in May 29th before coming up on the next event will be proceed to take on in Carnage. It's about to go demolition, folks. Better make sure to have some preview to go for the 6 events and 3 skills to have some few other discipline and plus 1 demolition derby to go for having a Fender Frontiera to go set by the vehicle exclusive. Plus, the Hummer H1 Alpha Monster Truck Edition is now being required as well, along with the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. 2 events on off-road for the Rallycross and Rally Raid, and plus 1 event for the Street Race Discipline will take on the touring car as well. Off-roading for Escape, Low Altitude, and Buoy Smashing. Land, sea, and air all together. Hope I'm ready because this will be doing a Team Summit to have a go all-in Carnage to see some very thrill of action, including 1 Demolition Derby event. So I'll have to wait until it'll have to be finishing up before at the end of the May and earlier in June before wrap this up at the end of the video. So I had to keep a good watchful eye out on Hashiria will be set by the date will be coming soon along with Japan Bits. Kaboom will be start to be reset on the first week of June on 5th through the 12th. So I'll have to be patient and just have to do some more best time on Team Summon to go for the rerun that I never come here and for the encore for myself. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt Instagram. Follow me on DeviantArt Instagram, GT Planet, Patreon. Alright, let me try this again. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. And don't forget to check it out all of my screenshot images on UDRS Insportech, Vision Total Drama, and DreamArt Livery Style Dispenser presented by myself, Hyperion-Blue-GT, as you may ever welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.